Review: the epic battle between Kanga and Frostus, a 3D animation masterpiece in the Blizzard. In the modern world of 3D animation, where giant monster battles have become a staple of the MonsterVerse genre, the sequence depicting the clash between Kanga and Frostus atop a blizzard-swept alpine summit stands out as one of the most breathtaking and visceral action segments ever created. Set against the unforgiving backdrop of a whiteout high-altitude plateau, gale-force winds, swirling snow, near-zero visibility, and bone-chilling cold. This sequence transforms a desolate frozen ridge into an arena for primordial gods, where raw power collides with unstoppable force in a symphony of survival and savage beauty. The sequence opens with a legendary crane shot descending from high above through a vast mist-shrouded valley. Wind howls relentlessly, snow spirals into towering white columns. Amid this blinding whiteness emerges Ether, the colossal eagle with white and icy blue feathers, gliding majestically through the storm. Its massive wings slice through the gale, each feather trembling in the freezing air, while the fused light casts an ethereal halo around the bird. This is not merely an establishing shot, it is a declaration. We are entering the domain of ancient titans, a place where humanity has no foothold. The camera transitions smoothly to Ether's point of view, diving downward and slowly zooming in on Kanga, the lone black-furred giant standing isolated in the whiteout. His glossy black coat is slick with frost, his eyes showing a mix of wariness and confusion. No dialogue, no swelling score, just a relentless howl of wind and heavy breathing. Yet this silence carries immense weight. Kanga is not a traditional hero. He is a wild creature forced into a fight for survival. Tension escalates dramatically as the perspective drops to ground level. Volkan, the dire, wolf-like beast with silver-gray fur, stands motionless before a massive glacier wall. Tiny cracks appear, spiderwebbing across the ice surface. The cracking sound grows louder and more ominous. Then comes one of the most chilling moments. Through a narrow fissure in the ice, Frostus's glowing red eyes snap open in the darkness within. The crimson light illuminates the crystalline structure around them, creating an effect that is both mesmerizing and terrifying. When the glacier wall finally shatters outward in glorious slow motion, Frostus bursts forth, shaking its thick brown fur violently, exhaling thick plumes of vapor, before rearing back and unleashing an earth-shaking roar. In the background, Kanga whips around toward the sound. The battle has begun. From this point, the sequence explodes into relentless, no-holds-barred action. Frostus charges like a living freight train, each thunderous step kicking up explosive clouds of snow and ice. Kanga dodges with surprising agility, rips an enormous ice boulder from the ground, and hurls it with tremendous force, only for it to shatter harmlessly against Frostus's shaggy hide in a cloud of glittering dust. Undeterred, Frostus charges again, this time crashing headlong into a jagged cliff face with deafening impact, triggering a massive rock and snow avalanche that momentarily buries its back and stuns the beast. Kanga seizes the opening. He sprints and leaps into the rubble piled on Frostus's back. From a thrilling overhead angle, we see him rain down a barrage of powerful hammer fist blows onto the mammoth's skull and neck, each impact landing with bone-rattling thuds. The camera turns chaotic and handheld as Frostus thrashes wildly, trying to dislodge its rider. Kanga is eventually hurled off, tumbling across the snow before scrambling back to his feet, eyes blazing with fury. The creative peak arrives in the following chain of brutal exchanges. Kanga grabs a massive uprooted tree trunk, hoists it onto his shoulder like a colossal club, and charges. The dolly zoom as both titans rush toward each other is cinematic perfection. In slow motion, the tree trunk slams into Frostus's curved tusks, wood splinters and ice shards explode outward in a dazzling shower. Frostus retaliates by snaking its powerful trunk around Kanga's arm and the log, constricting with crushing force. Kanga's face contorts in agony, veins bulging, but with a ferocious roar, he grabs the trunk with his free hand and bends it at an impossible angle until it snaps. Frostus recoils, bellowing in pain. The momentum swings again. A devastating hook punch staggers Frostus sideways, followed by the mammoth slamming its